4 years ago, more than 130 people were trapped on an ice floe after it broke off from the northwest Ohio shoreline. One man died from what appeared to be a heart attack. This winter, a woman walking across the Maumee River fell through the ice. She spent most of an hour in the frigid water before being taken to safety. In January, a man ice fishing on Timber Lake in Lenawee County fell through the ice and drowned. Lake and river ice can be extremely dangerous.
You may have an area where there's not much current, you have thicker ice, and then several feet or several yards away you have an area where there's more of a current and there's less ice, and someone could fall through that.
With Great Lakes ice, it's very unpredictable.
The Coast Guard outfitted me with gear.
You may get a little bit of water in that.
And I got the chance to practice and escape to safety.
We've fallen through the ice on the Maumee River, and this is a self-rescue. I'm wearing a suit that makes it much easier. Use my arms to get out, and then we're rolling away, broken part of the ice.
Keep your arms close together and walk yourself out with your elbows so you can get yourself out there and try to kick. Once you are safely up onto an ice shelf, you want to roll away from that ice hole. The reason for we ask you to roll is because it disperses your body weight and you're not going to be breaking any more ice.
The dry suits that we're wearing make it much easier to do this self-rescue simulation because these suits trap some air against our bodies, making us a little bit more buoyant. Also, since they are dry suits, I only got wet from my elbows to my fingertips. This would have been a very different experience without these expensive suits. The body's first response to frigid water is cold shock. In an instant, a victim has a gasp reflex, which is extremely dangerous in the water.
If you are low enough into the water, you can have water go down your throat and you can start the process of drowning.
Get your bearings despite the extreme shivering and intense pain.
And people would want to try to fight, kick it, and they're going to tire themselves out. So remain calm, try to get to something that can float, and then try to yell for help when you can.
Face the direction that you came from. In that direction, at least a distance away, is ice that had been strong enough to support you. If you can, use your arms to push up and out of the ice, and in a controlled manner, kick your feet. If you can't get all the way out, rest as much of your body out of the water as possible. Stay calm, but keep in mind it is a race against time.
He's been in the water 7 minutes, he's conscious and responsive. 7 minutes, conscious and responsive. Sir, are you by yourself?
I'm by myself.
He's by himself. By himself, all right. All right, sir, hang on to the ice shelf. All right. We're approaching the victim.
As hypothermia begins to set in, the Coast Guard says blood will flow away from the extremities and fluid in muscles begins to congeal and control of arms and legs is lost.
But it could take minutes, and it all depends on people's health conditions and what they're wearing. Again, that's why we preach, wear a life jacket, bring heavy clothing.
Yes, a life jacket even if you're spending hours dry on the ice.
That's going to help keep you afloat, and it's going to keep you warm longer, and it's going to save your life. Making sure they bring out a whistle, bring out a radio, a VHF radio. We listen to Channel 16.
There are often signs of trouble before the ice breaks.
You can get a spongy sensation, you can start hearing cracking, and then when you start hearing that cracking and it feels like it's going to give way, you can get low, so you can disperse your body weight so that way you can safely get yourself off from the ice.
Otherwise, in the water, you may only have minutes to live.